Hello and welcome. I'm Adri Gregan, and I am finally back with more Jujutsu Kaisen. We're in with season 3, episode 4 now. Apparently, a pretty anticipated episode, though my commentators were trying to hide it. I can tell I'm in for a treat, and I can tell I was especially cruel with leaving you off after episode 3. Regardless, I'm back, and if you want to know where I've been, then go ahead watch my update videos. I'll explain it there, but let's just say it was an unplanned extended hiatus. But regardless, I'm back, and today we are getting into presumably Maki and potentially a bloodbath, because I'm sure Maki has a lot of, let's say, vent up frustrations with where she's about to go, specifically to the Zen'in clan's vault, and also to Juzo's storage to see what weapons that he may have, because they're in need of weapons right now. Now, I'm not going to go over what happened last time because that would take entirely too long. It was a beautiful exposition dump, not sarcastic, believe it or not. And it basically just outlined the Culling game and also our big baddie. I'm just going to leave this screenshot up here because it signifies exactly what my point is, that the presentation from a direction standpoint, and apparently this is all like manga original or anime original, it wasn't in the manga. The way that they decided to make this episode and put it all together is brilliant. Yet, I can't give all of the credit to just the director either, because Akutami himself is also largely responsible for this, because the way that the back and forth of the conversations happens and the way that the characters interact and the conversation has this like push and pull effect of intrigue, of information dumping, and just of characters like building tension between each other is just masterfully done. It was a brilliant episode in pretty much every conceivable way. And one thing I didn't notice last episode was the fact that these like billboards that Tengen puts up are like, they like close them on all four sides. So it's like a barrier, because he's really good with barriers, right? Him and Kenjaku, that's what they're like the two best at them, which is why Tengen's barrier is the whole thing, right? The whole foundation of Jujutsu Society. So we had these like four like virtual billboards put up, and each one of them has like a different part of either the exposition of what the backstory is and also what Kenjaku's plan is and what we plan to do, which is right here, the most important part, because we're obviously going to get into this and we're going to be meeting more Culling game participants, and we have our people. Our gang is splitting up and searching for clues, basically. Maki is going on her own. I assume that's going to be the large part of this episode, going to Juzo and then Zen'in clan. Okotsu's going on alone, gather information, probably on a killing spree. The most interesting one to me is Itadori and Fushiguro. They are going to recruit I think he's a high schooler. I think he's a third grade sorcerer, or a third year. Kinji Hakari, and apparently when he gets serious, he is even stronger than Yuta, according to Yuta. So, so I'm really curious to see how that's going to go. And then finally, we have Tsukumo and Choso. We've got our special grades who are going to be guarding Tengen. Well, special grades, Yuta's too, obviously, but they're going to be guarding him because, of course, we kind of need him because our big bad needs him too. Which brings me to another thing, that connection I didn't make during the episode. So they brought up during the episode that, well, Tengen brings up that if one person, like, if he were to assimilate with all of humanity and one person were to go bad, were to go evil and go into anarchy mode, it would basically spread to everyone else and the world would basically end. Now, they don't say this explicitly, but I think what the implication is that if Kenjaku can, I'm sorry, I said I would keep calling him Brain, so I'm going to keep calling him that. If Brain were to assimilate with Tengen, due to Tengen basically being the world, he could then assimilate with everyone. What that allows him to do is utilize the idea of one person affecting the whole system. So if he were to transform Tengen, or were to change him, or even maybe just with Tengen being a special being himself, that would have ripple effects on humanity, I imagine. And it seems to me that that is Brain's ultimate ambitions, potentially, which is really interesting. Now, I could be wrong about that. They were very cryptic because Gege loves his cryptic writing, but that's kind of what I'm picking up, and I hope that's what he's putting down, because if so, that's really interesting. And just as interesting with that is the last thing I'm going to be talking about here. we got to get our comment spotlight. I'm going to try to make this an every episode thing just because there are so many quality and insightful comments in each video. So I feel like the least I can do is at least present one in the pre-ep preps. So for this one goes to one of our oldest viewers, one of our longest time paragraphers, Theo. And Theo mentions a bunch of interesting points, as Theo tends to do. But the thing that I really want to talk about, and you can see it in this comment, is the last part, the part where he brings up the connection of fate and cursed energy. This is really cool. In the episode, they talk about how the six eyes, the plasma vessel, and, well, I think it's just those two, and also probably Kenjaku Brain, they are connected by fate. So basically in the past, when Brain tried to kill one of them, the star plasma vessel, it would reappear in time for the six eyes and vice versa. So he has to kill them both at once, basically. Or he has to imprison one of the six eyes. Gojo, right? But what really solidifies this idea of basically intertwining cursed energy and fate is the involvement of Toji Fushidio, as I call him. So when Fushidio appeared, he has zero cursed energy. Not like Maki, who has very little, he has none. And he's the only person we know, and seemingly the only person who has ever been like this. He is a complete anomaly. And due to his anomalous nature and him being outside of fate because he has zero cursed energy, he effectively breaks the bonds of fate between the six eyes and the star plasma vessel due to Rico. Rest in peace. And it's really cool because, like, it's one thing for him to be outside of fate so he can, like, do his own things. And he, like, goes outside of Brain's machinations, it seems. It's another thing entirely for his being outside of fate to effectively break the chains of fate wherever he goes. It's almost like he's got a little reality marble, a little sphere around him, a barrier of anti-fate, and whenever he walks through, just the fate shatters. So he broke the fate between the star plasma vessel and the six eyes. So, as I'm understanding it, Brain wanted to imprison six eyes so he could kill the star plasma vessel. Before he could do that, Fushidio killed the star plasma vessel with the six eyes still around, obviously because Gojo, but a new one didn't appear immediately because the chains of fate were broken. And I guess then at that point, Brain was just like, well, might as well trap the six eyes anyways, because that means I won't have to deal with that in the future. But if and when a second star plasma vessel were to appear. So he just it kind of works out. And it's tempting to call that convenience, a contrivance, but I really like it. I really like it when a mastermind, especially an antagonistic mastermind, has things work out for him outside of their plan. It humanizes them, and it makes you realize that the conveniences that happens to our heroes a lot also happens for the antagonists, and we can't condemn one and praise the other, right? Now, I say that, but on the other hand, you can. One thing that storytellers like to say as an inside joke is it's only good when the antagonists do it. If good luck happens to the antagonist, it's a story. If good luck happens to the protagonist, it's convenience, contrivance. And that's kind of an inside joke. But especially when they're a mastermind, I think that works even more so. It's really fun to see a mastermind have something enter that they didn't plan for and they run with it. Because that's what really makes them genius, right? It's not how good you are at making plans. It's how good you are at executing on those plans and on modifying your plans with how the situation develops. And he did it pretty well. So it's kind of cool. The other thing I wanted to talk about in this comment was the connection that Theo draws with the actual wording, the actual diction used, the verbiage. The idea that fate and cursed energy are linked, and the connotation of the idea of cursed energy, right? Cursed energy is, of course, negativity, right? It's energy born from negative feelings, negative emotions, negative sentiment. So obviously that's going to mean that when they end up calling it cursed energy, it makes sense because it's something negative. But it also kind of feels like as Theo says, a bit of resignation. A feeling like this is a curse. This is something that we just have to deal with. It is the opposite of a blessing, right? It's a curse upon our world. Even though we've seen such amazing things that are born from cursed energy, the Jujutsu sorcery that we know, right? So the idea of this cursed energy, this resignation, and its connection with fate, there's this resignation to fate, right? There's this feeling that this is just kind of how it is, and we just need to do our best to do damage control, which is kind of what the Jujutsu sorcerer world is all about. And at the same time, it goes both ways, right? Not just for the protagonists. Fate is just something that you have to deal with, and you can't really fight against it. You can try, but you just have to adapt to it. There is a certain resignation to that, and Brain saw that himself when Toji intervened. It worked out to his favor, so resignation doesn't necessarily mean defeat, but yeah, there's this feeling of fate being this immutable force, and that's kind of interesting. And of course, there's the whole talk about how Jujutsu sorcerers used cursed energy against cursed spirits, and there's this whole like almost literally fighting fire with fire. But I've talked about that actually in season 1, so check out those reactions if you want to see my full thoughts on that. But I just wanted to end off my pre-up prep talk with that. Okay, this pre-up prep has gone on for long enough. I think with such a hiatus, this is kind of overdue, or it's more than due, so I figured I'd give it that respect. And with so much that happened last episode, it only makes sense, right? So regardless, though, we're going to hop into the episode. Obviously, this is episode 4 of season 3, and before we get into it, though, real quick, I've got to give my usual spiel. If you do enjoy the video, please do like and leave a comment. It really helps me out with the algorithm, and the commenting allows me to see your thoughts and extract more value out of this, which is my main mission. And if it's really good, and if it's the best comment I see, then, like you saw with Theo, I may present you in this episode, or in the next episode. I'm going to try to make that a staple of these, the one comment spotlight. So leave a comment if you want to be potentially present in next episode. Now, if you want to have an even more impact on the channel, then you can subscribe. No, I'm kidding. That's really to help you get notified. But if you really want to help the channel, then go ahead and check out the link in the description. I'll leave a card of it somewhere. I think it's up here, maybe, or up here. I don't know if I have this reversed. So it's somewhere up there. And it's going to be about the poll to replace JJK. It's been up for quite a while because I didn't plan on that hiatus to happen. But it's going to close on April 18th, I've decided. So in about a week or 2 weeks from now, I think, because I should be finishing season 3, part 1, obviously, around the end of the month. So I want to close this off early enough to talk about the results and, yeah, see what happens. So make sure to place your vote. And if you want bonus votes, joining Patreon, depending on your tier, you get extra weight with your votes. And yeah, or you can just do it as a tip jar to support me, and I really appreciate it. Thank you to all my current Patreons, by the way, especially for sticking through this hiatus period. But anyways, with all that YouTuber housekeeping out of the way, we are going to finally get back into Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, Episode 4. I didn't say Season 2 this time. I'll take that as a tiny victory. It's a little loud, as much as I love this song. This is such a fun opening. I love it so much. I can't wait to give it a longer analysis, but there's just so much in it. Just the absolute overwhelming visuals and hitting with so many things, and the frantic song is so perfect for this world that's just expanding. And I'm probably going to make this the subject of my next stream, which is going to be next Saturday, so a week from now. I'm going to do streams, going back to doing streams every Saturday. So if you want to see my full thoughts on the song's lyrics, and I'll probably do a little visual analysis too, I'm going to do it during that stream. It's going to be the main event of that stream, and also Q&A in case you have any questions. So if you're looking forward to that, yeah, go ahead and tune into that stream next Saturday, and I hope to see you there. It'll be around 3 p.m. Central Time, by the way, in case you're curious. Can't wait to meet all these characters. And we also ended last episode with Ken-san, which was apparently an actual Japanese comedian who was kind of a guest speaker, guest voice actor, which is super fun. I think he's the guy doing the exercises, so hopefully we'll see a little bit of that, maybe next episode. If not, after Maki does what she's about to do. I guess she's going to Juzo first. Oh, big yellow title. Love it. You are not going to make things easier for you. Of course it's Naoya. Why did I expect anything else? The piano. Oh, the heavy notes. Yeah, just the... Trying to put on the intimidation. You're doing it to the wrong person, though. I really don't think Maki cares. Oh, cool. Going down to there with their past selves. God, do you really not know what Maki's about? You don't know anything about her right now, do you? She fits with his cockiness. Mm-hmm. Megumi, you fool. Mm-hmm. Yep. Get access to the vaults, and I believe Naobito didn't require... Oh, what a fun angle. And now Naobito didn't require Megumi to get the permission of the two people that Naoya would have had to, right? So he just has plain access to it. Also, the face evolving is great. Him being like cornered. Yeah, but I hate them and I want to kill them. Ooh, Mada. Too much complicated emotions. I need to sort myself out first. My goodness, you're loud. You can't stop me. Not listening. Oh, what a horrible line. At least she didn't say it out loud. Jeez. But it's almost worse she didn't say it out loud because she wasn't saying it for anyone but herself. Seals breaking is so cool. Damn. I don't disagree, but that's true. He is the link between the two, so... Well, assuming the Gojo clan thinks similar to Satoru, but... Ooh, good point. Yeah, from season 1. Yeah, so you should rule from the shadows, letting Megumi think he can do his thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ooh. That way I don't kill him, but we still get him out of the way. Hmm. Interesting. We already moved them. Okay, so we're gonna have to fight against him. I think this is Ogi, right? Ooh. Is that Mai? Oh, I don't know if I want to see what happened to her. Alright, come on, Maki. Dragon Bone, his masterpiece. Of course it's a spine. Why wouldn't it be a spine? That is a beautiful name. I'm too violent. Okay, let's see it. Oh, the darkness, the light. Oh, the flashes. That's so cool. That's so perfect for this like samurai fight. Oh, he's not okay. Oh, because I created 2 failures. I shamed the clan. But he already had a counter for that, which makes sense. Yeah, exactly. I've got something I want to talk about with this. This is great. The symbolism of how they both see cursed tools, it's perfect. I'm gonna talk about that later. It's all about pride. So I'm killing them and making up for it. Oh, that is such a screwed way to think. It's considered a virtue. Collectivism. God. Oh no, don't tell me we're gonna get some Mato shit over here. If you've seen Face Day Night, you know. Okay, so close enough. Gifted. You don't have that, so you were screwed from the start. Oh. What you think is so special is something we all have. Jack of all trades, better than master of... Or... Jack of all trades, master of none, better than a master of one. I said that backwards. Jack of all trades. Whatever, forget it. I can't think right now. I'm too busy worried that somebody's gonna die here. The show's rated it, but I don't want any of them to die. We haven't seen Maya in a while, but her little arc in season 1 still just Gonna give her a little kiss? What are you about to do? Ooh, beautiful art. Okay, birds. A beach. God, why do those waves look so good? Because I remember because she had the bullets. I don't remember the full details though. Creating things out of cursed energy. What is she creating? Like what she lost, like creating blood? Yeah, when she said I figured it would come to this, I had a feeling this was going to be sacrifice myself for you. Because one takes from the other, bring them both down, just like the children. Yeah. Oh, give and take. Yeah, yeah. The centerpiece of Jujutsu. Grow from pain. Oh, that's give and take too. What a cool perspective. Oh. So one growing stronger doesn't weaken the other. So I'm getting out of your way. She is dragging her down. At least from her perspective. I'm just limiting your potential. Oh, her running not gonna get any closer. Oh, it's brutal. Oh my god, this OST. Take the cursed energy. That's what she created. What is that? Don't tell me she said she's taking all the cursed energy. Oh no, not the children. And now she's gone. Oh, come on. Don't tell me she's about to become Toji, basically. Oh, the distortions on the sword. Oh. She died without ever knowing what Maki truly thought, how much she treasured her. Oh, and the cursed beast now descending. I mean, they're all dead, and so are you, buddy, but that is heartbreaking. We don't even get to see it happen. Perfect. Did he fight Toji at some point? Is that right? Yeah, Toji! Now she's also outside of fate. You're already dead. With his expression still plastered on his face. This is gonna be a bloodbath. Destroying everything. So she made the sword. Birds. Oh, music cutting out. Oh god, Ooh, that was cool. A little like vibrating of the title card. An emergency, you could say. Whoa, who's this anime protagonist have an ass? Don't deal with her too quickly. Don't possess techniques. Oh, interesting. So this is for the failures to make them useful. Oh, cool. God, this episode's so artsy. This season's so artsy. Yeah, I was ambitious. Oh, now she regrets it. But now you've got to see it through. What am I looking at? So the fact that her, who's basically a new Toji, is fighting against all these people without cursed energy. Like, come on. We can't keep letting Gege get away with this. Kowaste. Alright, let's see it. Yeah, the part in the opening where she's like drowning in red, that's the blood of the Zen'in clan, isn't it? The fact that there's no OST is everything. Just the sounds of bloodshed and swinging blades. Ooh. Oh. There we go. Okay. We're kicking it up a notch now. Oh my god. I don't know why these things keep coming loose. That was fun. That was super fun. The la-la-las? Just moving the arm? What is this? Everything black and white except for the blood. Oh! And retracting. Oh my god. This is one of those episodes that you can tell the animators just could not wait till the other shit is just sliding. Oh my god. This is insane. In the strangest way. Why is this thing just keep coming loose? Come on. Maybe just because I'm smiling so much. Oh, well, I'm not gonna stop. Oh no. 3, 2, 1. A little faster than I thought, but yeah. There goes the failures. Well, leaving only one. Oh, you have the worst timing, my friend. Sorry, one sec. Body. Oh, hey, someone with cursed energy. Guy look like a beast. What the? And now we're in a Western. What is this OST? There's the Sea of Blood. Oh, okay. Sure, why not? Why the fuck not? Chojuro. But hey, 3 leads? Semi-grade 1 or higher, jeez. Just not quite special grade. The debris coming before her? Okay, this guy's not a joke either. This is so cool! What the hell? The blade, the expression hitting the battle. No, she's not. Is that one of the haze techniques? She's just standing there, menacingly. Oh no, now she's smiling. It's more of a grimace, but... Oh, she's starting to fight back. There's the reason Tochi was this sorcerer killer. She breaks fate. Yeah. Serious punch. I am so sorry for making guys wait for this. Rest in peace. Hey. Rest in peace. Oh. Oh. She does like decapitating people. Yeah. Tell me this is gonna be resolved this episode. Along with the cursed energy. You took my heart too. Lived your whole life looking down on her. My chance. Wait, was that Tochi? I guess he was zinging, so... Oh, they're fighting now. Ooh. This is my chance to get back at Toji. You don't have the training he does. What a line. Maybe Satoru Gojo. You're not one of the special ones. Oh my god! We're just terraforming now. There's a limit to how much. Oh, she's calculating, isn't she? How much he's advancing himself. Okay, respect where respect is due. He's a hateable fuckboy, but what is she doing? Why is it so cool? Uh-huh. So I'm increasing my speed. That cutout was... So Western standoff. Must create a movement within. Oh. They're frozen while the projection's going on, right? And he's just running around. What the? That's what she was counting. I can finally see it. Oh, and we get the 3-time. We get a 4th. Just one extra one. Just for the sake of it. Oh, yeah, that's not gonna end well for you, buddy. Just dusting his skull. She is the second coming of Toji, after all. No, you're not. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. What was this episode? God. Why do I have a bad feeling she's terrified. And now I'm responsible for you killing my whole clan. She thinks she's gonna come and kill her. Oh. Destroy everything. How are you still alive? You realize she's still here, right? She didn't finish her off either. Oh, the disrespect. Oh, that voice. Aww. Hey there. No. Yeah. Those two are close. At least she brought back the body. Tanomu. Would I have to? Oh, timely death. That's the official notice, I imagine. No results have been detected. Face trace curse energy. Boot comes with crystal node. But they haven't connected it. Move it. Might as well, right? Zen'in clan's basically done. And they've tabled it for now. I haven't actually seen this ending in a while. Just as good as I remember it. If you want to see my in-depth analysis of this ending, by the way, check out the card somewhere up here. You know the deal. You know the deal. Oh, hey, the principal's little creatures. Still, like, my favorite part of the ED. Well, the whole ED is my favorite part of the ED, let's be honest. Okay. It's expelled for clashing with the others. Oh, he was expelled. Come on, it's the only rule, man. Okay, so we're getting some... We're going to the recruiting mission next. What the fuck? Oh, hey, that's a... heat. Passion. Oh, boy. Could have used that for the title of this episode. It was... plenty passionate. Where do I even begin with this? I mean, at the beginning, obviously, right? But I mean, we start with the opening. I'll analyze it a week from now. But I mean, from the immediate onset, you can tell how artsy of an episode's going to be, right? You can, I mean, just with her walking up and then, boom, just the cut to the massive yellow chalk stripe freaking title here. Just because why not? Because they know what you're about to get into, but you certainly don't. Let me speed this up just a little bit. Maybe not this much, actually. There's going to be some things I'm going to want to play through, so let's bring it down to 2. Look who's come crawling back. What a great way to set this up. I mean, we knew this interaction would be like this, right? Now he is a cocky piece of shit, and Maki is the she's... what am I trying to say? She's the punching bag of the Zen'in clan. She's been, actually. So, of course, that you won't be selling their asses, you piece of shit. And then I love how he puts his... It's such a great part of his, like, intimidation tactic, how he... And it also just shows how lackadaisical and how cocky he is. Just straight leg of his foot and boom. And then he uses it to function his talking. What are you gonna do? You had going for your looks. Now that's gone too. I figure someone like you would treasure that. And then panning down to the courtyard where we see their kid selves, and he's the same bully he always was. Perfect. Perfect. Her mom tries to stop her from entering. This thing breaks a little bit. There we go. Fun angles. Such an artsy episode. I love it. I'm not going to stop saying it, by the way, but the fact that you can activate your... Wait. No one would accept me. They wouldn't follow me. You possess the hereditary technique. You can enter your domain. And you're in good status with the Gojo clan. Barely wins you acceptance. But you're better than me. And then there's some parts in this conversation that just... It can't be me yet. I wouldn't be able to create a place for my... Oh, this line really stings after the episode. And, I mean, you can take this a number of ways, right? Whether it's her own mixed emotions that she wouldn't be able to put them aside to create the environment that Mai deserves, whether she just thinks she's not experienced enough, whether she knows her taking the head would just... She wouldn't stop being the butt of the jokes and being looked down on by the Zen'in clan, so that would just make for a difficult environment for Mai. The fact how Mai feels about her, like there's so many different things you can interpret she's talking about here, right? I'm not able to do this yet. I have too many things to sort through, too many things to do. This is just not the right time. And yet, at the same time, this brings to note something that I think a lot of us can relate to the feeling that, well, wanting to wait for the right time for something and then never getting that chance. Because she'll never get this chance, right? She'll never have the opportunity to create a place for Mai. There's no more Mai to create a place for. So is she wrong for doing this because in hindsight she never got the chance? No, of course not, right? You can't judge your past self based on hindsight. You can't say I should have done this because this thing I couldn't have predicted ended up happening. You can do that, but you really shouldn't. You made the best decision with the information you had available. She had no reason to think that Mai was going to die. So she wanted to have all the pieces in place to give her the best chance for a happy life, as a big sister does. And it sucks because, yeah, you can plan all you want, but life will throw curveballs. It's not a life sometimes throws curveballs. It will throw curveballs. It's just a matter of when they happen and how you react to it. And also how you preempt them, how you prepare for them. Again, I can't say that she shouldn't have held back, that she should have just taken the head because Mai might die. That I can't say that. I'm not in a position to say that. None of us are. But it's hard to grapple with, and I'm sure she's going to have a lot of trouble grappling with this too. A thing that like I said, I'm sure a lot of us have grappled with. I'm not going to do this yet. I want the time to be right. I want to be ready. And then something comes out of left field and suddenly you never get that chance. Longtime viewers of my channel know that I have certain feelings about regret, certain intense feelings that a lot of people disagree with. I hate regret. I don't think it's useful. I think it's understandable, but I think it's something we should constantly and always pursue to basically eliminate from our lives. But it's things like this that make that mission so much easier said than done. Because how can you not regret this, right? How can you not say, if only I did something different? How can you not regret it? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. I really don't. Her agents of change. Your hands, right? That what you use to affect the world. I've said it several times on my channel. She doesn't feel like she has control of the situation yet. And now you could say she never will. It's really tough. And speaking of really tough, why must you always be like this? Just once make me happy I gave birth to you. And we get some closure of this, thankfully. At the end of the episode, like she says, right? I'm happy I gave birth to you. Probably because she also has deep-rooted... She loathes the Zen'in clan, I'm sure, to a degree. Because whether she feels proud of her children or not, regardless of what impact they had on the world, and regardless of how she treats her children, they are still her children, right? And I wouldn't say this as much for their dad, because however we might try to deny it, women and men are different, especially when it comes to fathers and mothers. Mothers have a different perspective and role for their children, generally. It's the maternal instinct, right? No matter how disappointed you may be in your children, they are still your children. You treasure them. And even if you happen to agree with the Zen'in clan, which she seems to, of what her children have resulted and done to the clan, done to her reputation, if you would, they're still her children. So I'm sure she has certain feelings about the Zen'in clan just because of how they treat her children, which is probably why at the end, why she killed Naoya and why she said, I'm happy I gave birth to you, because you saw through this mission that I was not brave enough to... Well, I don't want to say that I was not brave enough to go through, right? Obviously, she wasn't going to kill the Zen'in clan anytime soon, but probably this deep-rooted desire that she never wanted to even acknowledge, that she also wanted the Zen'in clan to pay for how they treated her children. I assume that's why she says that at the end. But the fact that she thinks this here, like I said during the reaction, it's painful. It's hard to hear. It's hard to watch because she says it in her mind. This is what she truly thinks. Now, that doesn't disqualify the fact that subconsciously she is happy she gave birth to her, but in her mind, Maki and her children have caused her nothing but pain, basically, but grief. Okay, she says it out loud, but she like mutters it, I believe. Yeah. So she says it for herself, not for Maki, which is heartbreaking. This is really cool. This is really cool. The seal's breaking as she opens up the vault, but they've already emptied it, and in their place is father, and we cut to Naoya and one of the uncles, and they're talking about Fushiguro, something really interesting. You should have said something if you were planning this from the get-go. You just jumped the gun. Yeah, I'm going to go a little faster. You jumped the gun. It's true, and though it's true, Megumi would be better than you. So there are more than a few using it as an opportunity to repair relations because the relations have degraded, obviously. Though you know that there's no way we can accept Fushiguro being entrusted. So he's for the best, but we still wouldn't be able to accept it. You knew that. But Fushiguro is really good for the world. So if we kill him, then it's bad because you jumped the gun, right? Trying to kill Fushiguro. So if we have Fushiguro die because he was trying to free Gojo, then we don't have to kill him. We don't have to take the heat for killing somebody who is our best link to these other clans whose relations have degraded. We can execute them, and then naturally, the people that Fushiguro has goodwill with, the Gojo clan, with the Kamo clan, they will naturally see Naoya. They'll basically pass that goodwill onto Naoya because he's the successor, right? If we execute him. Now, it's a good plan. It's a good plan, all things considered. And it does show that Naoya was a little premature just trying to kill Fushiguro because, yeah, it would have been really bad. God, and then this little hint about what's about to happen. Killing his own daughter sure adds believability. Ugh. We emptied it out, and I'm here to deal with you. And then he's got some really cool techniques. And just the way that this fight like plays out, the darkness with the flashes of color of the cursed energy, just adding a little extra artistic flair to this like samurai battle. And then, God, they really drive it home deep, but they're not just like repeating them, right? They're showing all these different aspects of how deeply rooted this pride and this honor and how you represent the clan, like how many ramifications it has, and just how bad this is. The reason I wasn't chosen was because my two children were such failures. It reflected so badly on me that Nobito didn't make me the head. It's absolutely brutal. Better in every way except for the quality of my children. Children must never drag their parents down as he throws his children literally downstairs. It's absolutely brutal. I hope I don't need to convince anyone here why this way of thinking is screwed up. It's ass backwards, right? It's inverted. There is no expectation a child should have when it comes to their parents. It should be the other way around. Parents should not drag down their children. Children should not have to worry about what their reputation does to their parents. Your time has passed. You have passed your legacy on to me. I am the next generation. All of you should go into me. All of me does not have to go into you because I'm carrying on your torch. You don't pass the torch so that they can keep your torch alight. That goes against the whole point. Children must never drag their parents down. Who freaking cares? Clans care, right? Heads of families care. But they shouldn't. Families, referring to like clans, obviously, not our families. They shouldn't, right? They shouldn't care. You should never do something worrying about how will this reflect bad on your parents. That's not quite right. You should obviously always worry about You should always worry about, I said it again, you should always think about how your actions reflect on those around you and how it will reflect on them. You should not think, I can't do this because it will be bad for my parents. you should not stop yourself from living your life because you're worried about your parents and how your actions will affect them. You should live your life. You are the next generation. They have given their all to you. That's how this should be. So there's so many ways this is bad, right? Even if my language circuits are short-circuiting right now, this is all kinds of wrong, right? But with this clan system where the family name is so important and where he wants power still, he doesn't see his torches being dead. Of course he sees it this way. It's not surprising. This power you're so proud of is not special to you. And then we get to one of the several heartbreaking parts about this episode. I always figured it would come to this one day. I knew that one day I would have to get out of your way. Then we get into this like little mindscape area. I'm sure there's a deeper symbolism to the birds. I'm just thinking of migration, of leaving the place, like how Mai leaves. I'm sure there's deeper meanings to it, but I'm not good at birdology. Even in here, she's being self-deprecating to herself. I'm going to create you this thing, but I can't create anything big or complicated. But she did more. She can do a lot more than she thinks. She did quite a bit, right? And then she brings out yet another addendum onto the currently evolving and already incredibly tight linkage between Jujutsu and give and take. You have to offer something to gain anything. There's heavenly pacts, obviously, which Maki has. There's this really cool point, the fact that we grow stronger through pain. Pain makes us grow stronger. It's a give and take. You are hit with pain, that's bad, but you gain strength. That's an interesting perspective on that. And I mean, it's something we see so much, right? Explaining your abilities gives you strength. All these little give and takes. Making a barrier, a cursed energy holding up a barrier, or a cursed object holding a barrier in a more obvious place makes the barrier stronger. All this give and take, this balance, the sense of the world righting itself, of Gojo being born and cursed spirits getting stronger, right? I can give so many examples. There's so many. And they use that incredibly strong foundation they've built. Well, not they. Mai uses this incredibly strong foundation to basically justify objectively why she is holding Maki back. And it seems to a degree she's kind of right, which is the worst part. Because Jujutsu sees twins as the same. So both of us need to be ambitious for these ambitions to be realized. If you are trying to get strong, but I don't want that, I'm pulling you back. We both need to act as one unit in order to truly get strong, is how she sees it. Now, I've mentioned this objectivity and like how she seems to be proven right, but we don't actually know that. I'm going to mention that in a second after this happens, why I think that, but because I don't want to go stronger, I'm holding you back. You don't have techniques, points. I have one, so there's no point. And this is really cool. She's running and not making any progress because she can't catch up to her, right? And there's something kind of, well, first of all, it reminds me of when Yuji in episode 1 of this season was walking down the stairs and it kept pushing him back to the top because the camera would basically jump back down to where it looks like she was teleporting to the top. Yuji was teleporting to the top. So it's showing that lack of progress. Here, she actually is catching up to Mai because in the next scene, in the next cut, she's reaching for her. But from our perspective here, she's not making any progress. She's literally not moving. It's great. I get it. Just come back. I understand. I'll say whatever you want. I'll agree with whatever. But all I need is you. But she's not hearing it because Mai is already convinced that this is the only way. This is all I'll leave you with. Cast off the rest. And then she takes what I assume is the sword. It looks like a little tuft of like some sort of vegetation, some sort of like plant. And then she drops this line, which immediately makes you go, wait a second. All the cursed energy. And the wording, again, the verbiage that we talked about in the prep, it comes back here, right? I'm taking this curse with me. That's so cool. I'm going and taking the curse with me. I am taking me, which I see as a curse to you, Maki, my sister. I'm taking it with me and leaving you with basically just the good. This thing that has always been a burden to you. Me, who's always been a burden to you. It's so symbolic. Oh, it's so symbolic and beautiful. Yeah, that little tuft is the weapon. This is heartbreaking. She's still embracing her. It's so beautiful. Okay. So let's talk about what I was talking about a second ago. About this seeming to prove her right. We don't necessarily know this. She dies and she takes the magical energy with her. The cursed energy. Magical energy, my brain's in fate. She dies and takes the cursed energy with her, which implies that she had to die to basically give Maki the greatest boon she ever could. She dies and turns Maki into a new Toji. So this seems to prove her right. She truly was the one holding Maki back. But she doesn't have a glimpse into the circuits of the world, right? We don't know this necessarily. Just like how a really good world has myths that we can't necessarily prove built into it because they're based on observations, we don't know. She's not looking at the pages. She's not talking to Gege. She doesn't know necessarily this is the only way. What if there was a way that if they like maybe embraced or something, or if they did through a ritual, she could take the cursed energy from her? What if there was a way that didn't involve her dying that would have had the same outcome? We don't know. She doesn't know, and none of us can know, really, until we try. At the same time, just like Maki not taking the clan head because she had she did the best with the information she had available to her. That's what Mai's doing here, right? I'm not saying she didn't have to die necessarily as a way of reprimanding her, as a way of saying she did the wrong thing. I think she did the absolute best thing she could have done here. Because we didn't have that time to spare, right? We're both about to die. You were in a desperate situation. This is a heroic sacrifice. Sure, there may have been another way, but there was not a way available to us right now. This is the best thing that could have happened, as much as I hate to say it. The reason why I'm bringing it up and bringing up that there might have been another way isn't to reprimand Mai, it's to shed a light on Maki and her own mind space. Because this is a tragedy. Her life is a tragedy. She died without ever knowing the truth that the only thing, from my perspective, the only thing Maki wanted more than her ambitions, her strength, is Mai, right? She's always cared about Mai more than anything else. But due to the misunderstandings and lack of communication, Mai never knew this about her sister. And she dies without ever knowing this. Her whole life, up until this moment of her death, she believes herself to be in the shadow, grabbing onto her sister's, her yukata, and holding her back. She only sees herself as a burden. So this self-sacrificial move is, as she says, I knew this would happen, right? This is the natural course of events for her. So, yeah, I'm holding these two contrary ideas in my head simultaneously. There may have been another way. It's tragic that things happen this way. And she did the best thing she could have done here. She gave her sister, Maki, the greatest blessing she could have given her. And it's harrowing and beautiful and tragic and magical. It's so good. It's so good. And again, like I said before, the way this all like builds off on the idea of balance and builds like an exception almost to that, with twins being seen as one person, it's so cool. And it just, I wish I had the I wish I had the ability to vocalize just how much I appreciate this and just how many ways I appreciate this. There's so much. The fact that their body's like the yin and yang symbol. Oh God, it's beautiful. we don't see the cursed spirits be exercised, because it's far more terrifying to not see that happen instantly. And then this is why this is going to be probably my longest analysis video of JJK. Because there's that whole bit with the cursed energy that I had to go on a spiel about. And then there's a whole second half to this episode. And like, this is actually the halfway point. Because now we get to introduce Toji. We get to reintroduce Toji, I should say. The fact that Toji, who, if I remember correctly, broke off from the Zen'in clan, is basically... Hold on, I need to go to there. Where is it? I need to go to the right screenshot. There we go. The fact that like the two rejects of the Zen'in clan, Toji, who broke off from it, I think he might have been kicked out, but I think he broke off. Because Toji, the Zen'in clan values cursed energy, right? And Toji has none. So the fact that he, who broke off and basically created the Fushiguros, you know what I mean, and Maki, who was the latest runt of the litter, Maki and Mai, I would say they're one litter. I'm gonna be Jujutsu for a second and combine them as one person, because they basically are one person now. The fact that these two, she's basically the second coming of Toji, and she basically gives the Zen'in clan like PTSD flashbacks of Toji, is so great. It's so fun, and it's such a great like comeuppance, right? It's the Zen'in clan getting what they deserve. We're remembering this horrible memory, this horrible stain on our legacy. It's like Kamitoshi. It's not the current one, it's Brain. It's like the stain on our history is coming back to haunt us through the form of the girl, of the person that we've been using as a punching bag, and the positions are flipped. And it's like, it's an Ouroboros of brilliance. It's so great. And just like with the cursed spirits, we don't get to see this cool fight. He doesn't get to see it either. His stupid face is plastered on his face in his death. He tried to kill his daughters. It only makes sense that his daughter killed him. Oh, God, it's so great. It's an emergency. Why is it so noisy? And we meet the Kukuru unit, and later we really get in depth with like little things about the Zen'in clan. These basically two opposite sides, the best of the Zanes and the worst of the Zanes. And I mean, the symbolism, it speaks for itself, right? It's horrible. Again, this is yet another tragedy of the Zen'in clans. The fact that we have these people who are rejects in a similar way to Fushidio, or as I called him Toji for a lot, my bad. Fushidio and Maki. These rejects who don't have techniques, they have cursed energy, obviously. Toji was special in that way. But these rejects, similar to Maki, are basically forced to enter this unit and trained to do martial arts to make them useful. They're basically soldier slaves. So there's the second tragedy, the fact that it's a tragedy because she's forced to kill her kin, right? People who are like her, people the Zen'in clan pushed down. And it's also indicative of the Zen'in clan, of them using these things like tools, like soldier slaves, and she has to kill them. It's almost like she's starting from the bottom and making her way up, destroying the ladder, the pyramid of the Zen'in clan, step by step, starting with the slaves, the effective slaves that they have of their own clan, killing these people and freeing them from their servitude. And then she works her way up. Well, she doesn't really, she kind of just teleports to the top with fighting the hay after this, but God, it's so artsy. The reflection of the blade, creating this just the passing effect of it. I'm blanking on the name right now because clearly my language circuits are broken. And God, there's so much for standing menacingly. There's so much of it. There's so many moments where she's just standing still at this like crazy speed lines. It's so funny. Uh-oh. 1 second. Sorry about that. My Mac almost died, and then I've got to get going pretty quickly. So I'll try to make this quick, but I mean, it's just a really artsy, beautiful episode, right? I'm sorry, I have to go through that again. This is probably one of my favorite cuts. Was it right over here? Yeah. This guy throws the kunai at her. We get some super cool artsy speed lines. Does she wrap her finger around into the she flips, wraps her finger around the hole of the kunai and sends it twirling back over and headshots someone with it. Wait, was that here? No, it was before. God, this thing is not good. Come on, where'd it go? Okay, here we go. So she twirls around, and then she throws it right back and hits him, and we get him falling down, but our camera is stuck onto him, so he's just straight at a slight angle as the background is just moving. He's falling over. That's probably the funniest cut of the episode. That's really funny. It also just her standing still, just moving one single arm. The guy shaking his head, no, no, no. The sword going through, like she's stabbing through their head and then pulling out. She's just creating her sea of blood. God, there's some... This episode is hilarious. She's moonwalking on them. She's moonwalking on them. She's just sliding over the blood. She just slides up to him. This is an absolute riot. It's so messed up that this episode is so funny, but this episode is so funny. They had so much fun with this. Oh, God. And then, of course, the classic blood spilling, but it's from everyone. And then the arts just fades and we're back to reality. Great. And he checks immediately after. She went for the jackpot and she got it. And then things get kind of serious because we dealt with the worst of the Zen'in clan. Worst. And now we get to see the best, the Hei. Semi-grade 1 or higher. The strongest collection of sorcerers. And there's just even more insanity, some more amazingness. It's just so great. Oh, God, it's so good. Ooh. She's just standing there menacingly. How many times do I have to make the same punchline? Because how many times is it going to keep happening? But she's Toji's second coming, so no sorcery can fight them. She's basically born to be a sorcerer. She's a sorcerer killer now. And now we're in fucking Star Wars / Mob Psycho, because why not? The entire thing just... Well, I guess that's not her, right? That's the, the serious punch destroying destroying another one of the Hei's fucking pillars, turns into smoke and just evaporates, and they're all dead. They're all dead. Because destroy everything, and she does, and she decapitates them, because why not? And then Naoya comes, and he's got a bone to pick with both people he's fighting against, Maki and Toji. I'm going to be the next head, because there's this loser who can't take it. I wonder what kind of pathetic face he's got. Then he became an absolute monster. And now he's back. Except he's not. Naoya doesn't accept her. You are not Toji. You are not one of the chosen ones, one of the special. That is me. You are not my special. And she's just counting. She's just biding her time, waiting for the perfect chance. Oh, it's just absolutely gorgeous. She's just menacingly standing there. God. And then she freaking claps. Oh, it's so cool because she has to like do it so she can move. Anything the user touches with their palm must create a movement. I think that's what she does so she can move. Take my attack and stop my movement, and then I run around. Oh no, he touches her so she can move, and then he tries to bait her into attacking while he runs around. He runs around the planet. And then he creates this like corridor to run down, but she's already caught him. She's figured him out, and it is over. You imposter. And then we get the triple, the bam, 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 and then we get one more, bam, just because why not? And his he cracks. He's still alive because he's freaking bastard. Oh. And then she finishes the job. But not quite. She failed to end 2 people. I wonder if it was intentional. I wonder if she let her mom have this. It's got to be intentional, right? Because this is very satisfying. And this is what I was talking about earlier. This shows the truth, right? At the end of the day, I love my children, no matter how... God, hate that. Oh, God, it hurts so much. No matter how much you made me lose face, no matter what stain of a reputation you left on me with my clan, you're still my children, and I won't forgive anyone who talks shit to you, who pushes you down. So she finally got the vengeance that she never allowed herself to have. Never allowed herself to accept that she has. And then, of course, Nishimiya comes to mourn Mai. And then we get what I assume is the official report. The 6 members of the Hei, the 9 members of the Akashi, and the 21 members of the Kukuru unit who weren't there. Okay, so there were 9 members of the Hei, jeez, were absent. Met untimely death, she found them and killed them. She really is the new Toji. Present, no rituals have been detected. We don't know who it is. We only know the tool that killed them. Several days later, the Gojo and the Kamo clan, the other 2 big heads, motioned to remove the Zen clan because there's basically nothing left of them, right? And tabled, I think that means to just hold it off because this is a pretty big decision. And then she walks away. I mean, you thought I wasn't going to mention it. Of course I'm going to mention it. Right? It's perfect. It's almost too perfect. First scene, her walking up. Last scene, her walking away in the exact same place. All in a day's work. Literally. What an incredible episode. I wish I could talk about it more. I'll probably do that in next episode's pre-ep prep, but I've got to cut it off here because I've got to get going because we need to go visit some open houses. So I'm going to end it off here. Rest assured, I will be talking more about this episode and the implications and the symbolism next time with the pre-ep prep. You can be certain of that because there's so much. There's way too much that I'll even have to sit on that I can't think of right now. But for now, I'm going to leave it off here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm glad to be back. I hope you're happy to see me back as well. I'm not going to go back to the daily episodes quite yet. I'm going to just do a couple a week and just kind of do when I can, and we'll go from there. So hopefully things won't go back and we won't have another hiatus anytime soon. Hopefully I'm planning on being back like for good, but we'll see how it goes. Regardless, that's for later. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, again, leave a like and leave a comment about something in the episode that I missed, something I didn't talk about, a misunderstanding. I have them all the time. So please do correct me or just build off of something that I said you agree or disagree with, something you just want to build off on. It's great. I'd love to see you guys down there. I read every single one without exception. If it's really good, I'll present it in next episode's prep as well. So hope to see you down there. And finally, one last time, if you didn't see it in the beginning, vote on that poll. It's going to be open for about 2 more weeks. Well, exactly 2 more weeks. And it'll be what replaces JJK as my main show I'm watching alongside Freerun. So leave your votes down there. Join Patreon if you want extra votes, or if you just want to support me, I really appreciate it. But with all that YouTuber housekeeping once more out of the way, the most important thing, thank you for watching. And until the next one, have a lovely rest of your day.